The well-known vampire figure Dracula was developed by Irish author Bram Stoker in his 1897 novel Dracula, a real-life medieval tyrant who ruled over the Wallachian region in modern-day Romania. Many other sources, including folklore, tales, and Bram Stoker's own studies into vampire mythology and Eastern European history, had an impact on the creation of Dracula. Since Dracula is an epistolary book, letters, journals, and newspaper articles were used to create the story. The tale has a deeper sense of directness and authenticity because to this arrangement, Dracula is shown as a powerful vampire with paranormal powers, including the capacity to transform into a bat, control animals, and influence the weather. He can hypnotize his victims and is immortal and incredibly strong. The unique fangs that Dracula is known for are what he uses to pierce his victims' necks and swallow their blood. This deed is commonly associated with the conversion of humans into vampires. One of Dracula's notable abilities is his ability to change his appearance. He can transform into a bat, but he can also turn into mist, wolves, rodents, and other creatures. This gives him the ability to sneak into many locations without being noticed. The character of Count Dracula is presented as being elegant and captivating. He is sometimes portrayed as a seductive character who charms his prey into submission before assaulting them. Garlic, crucifixes, holy water, and wooden stakes driven through the heart are just a few examples of the things that are said to make Dracula vulnerable. In many different story versions, these things are frequently utilized as weapons against him. Dracula is occasionally presented as a sympathetic character despite his evil nature. His lonesomeness, immortality, and the sad features of his existence are explored in several versions, which raises the possibility that he is a victim of his own curse. One of the most recognizable and enduring personalities in popular culture is the Count Dracula. One of the most well-known literary figures of all time, his story has been transformed into various movies, TV series, plays, and other forms of media. Many performers have taken on the role of Dracula in movies and television. Bela Lugosi's portrayal of Dracula in the 1931 movie Dracula, which popularized the character with his distinctive Hungarian accent and dapper demeanor, is one of the most well-known. Christopher Lee, who performed the role in multiple Hammer horror movies, beginning with Horror of Dracula in 1958, provided another memorable Dracula interpretation. Lee accentuated the charismatic and terrifying aspects of Dracula in his interpretation. The Castle of Dracula, sometimes known as Castle Dracula, is a key location in the book and its later adaptations. It is portrayed as being a dark, secluded, and unsettling location in Transylvania's Carpathian Mountains. Upon its initial release, the book Dracula got a mixed response. Yet with time, it grew in popularity. Since then, it has established itself as a classic of Gothic literature and made a big impact on vampire fiction and the horror subgenre as a whole. Before Bram Stoker's work, the idea of vampires and vampire lore was prevalent in many cultures and folktales. However, Dracula contributed to the development of several well-known vampire motifs and traits that are still present in contemporary vampire tales. Numerous spin-offs, adaptations, and reimaginings of Count Dracula have appeared in various media. The Francis Ford Coppola directed 1992 movie Bram Stoker's Dracula and the Jonathan Rhys Meyers led 2013 television series Dracula are a few of famous adaptations. Dracula's influence goes beyond the realms of literature and entertainment. The persona has developed into an enduring emblem in popular culture, signifying ideas like immortality, sensuality, and the appeal of the paranormal. Many vampire-related events have been referred to collectively as Dracula in the past. For instance, in various languages, the name Dracula is occasionally used to refer to a vampire in general. For his efforts in protecting Wallachia from Ottoman incursions, the historical person Vlad the Impaler, who served as a partial inspiration for Dracula, is hailed as a national hero in Romania. Due to the similarities between the fictitious Dracula and Vlad the Impaler, Dracula-related tourism has sprung up in Romania. Additionally, Dracula has been both mentioned and mocked in a lot of comic works. Dracula appears in the 1948 comedy Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein as one of the monsters the comedy team encounters. This is a well-known instance. In addition to literature, Dracula has appeared in a variety of non-literary media, like as video games, comic books, and even music. His persona continues to hold audiences' attention and is still a major figure in vampire mythology and the horror genre. In conclusion, Count Dracula, the iconic vampire character created by Bram Stoker, continues to captivate and intrigue audiences across generations. From his origins in the novel Dracula to his countless adaptations in film, television, and other media, Dracula has become an enduring symbol of horror, seduction, and the supernatural. With his aristocratic charm, shape-shifting abilities, and insatiable thirst for blood, Dracula has left an indelible mark on popular culture. Whether exploring the depths of his dark secrets, analyzing his impact on vampire mythology, or simply reveling in the timeless allure of this enigmatic figure, the legacy of Count Dracula remains an everlasting source of fascination. I appreciate you watching. Please use the buttons to share, like, and subscribe for future videos. Don't forget to use the bell notification option